Article 8. In future and forever after the expiration of the 12 years, the ships of France shall be treated upon the footing of the most favored nations, in the ports above mentioned. Article 9. The particular convention signed this day by the respective ministers, having for its object to provide for the payment of debts due to the citizens of the United States by the French Republic prior to the 30th of September, 1808 Vendémiaire 9, is approved, and to have its execution in the same manner as if it had been inserted in this present treaty. And it shall be ratified in the same form, and in the same time, so that the one shall not be ratified distinct from the other. Another particular convention signed at the same date as the present treaty relative to a definitive rule between the contracting parties is in the like manner approved, and will be ratified in the same form, and in the same time, and jointly. Article 10. The present treaty shall be ratified in good and due form, and the ratifications shall be exchanged in the space of 6 months after the date of the signature, by the ministers plenipotentiary or sooner, if possible. In faith whereof the respective plenipotentiaries have signed these articles, in the French and English languages, declaring nevertheless that the present treaty was originally agreed to in the French language, and have thereunto affixed their seals. Done at Paris the 10th day of Floréal, in the 11th year of the French Republic, and the 30th of April 1803. Robert R. Livingston seal, James Monroe seal, Barbé Marbat seal. A convention between the United States of America and the French Republic. The President of the United States of America and the First Consul of the French Republic, in the name of the French people, in consequence of the Treaty of Cession of Louisiana which has been signed this day, wishing to regulate definitively everything which has relation to the said cession, have authorized to this effect the plenipotentiaries, that is to say the President of the United States has, by and with the advice and consent of the Senate of the said States, nominated for their plenipotentiaries, Robert R. Livingston, Minister Plenipotentiary of the United States, and James Monroe, Minister Plenipotentiary and Envoy Extraordinary of the said United States, near the government of the French Republic, and the First Consul of the French Republic, in the name of the French people, has named as plenipotentiary of the said Republic the citizen Francis Barbé Marbat, who, in virtue of their full powers, which have been exchanged this day, have agreed to the following articles. Article 1. The government of the United States engages to pay to the French government, in the manner specified in the following article, the sum of 60 millions of francs independent of the sum which shall be fixed by another convention, for the payment of the debts due by France to citizens of the United States. Article 2. For the payment of the sum of 60 millions of francs mentioned in the preceding article, the United States shall create a stock of $11,250,000 bearing an interest of 6% per annum payable half-yearly in London, Amsterdam or Paris, amounting by the half-year to $337,500, according to the proportions which shall be determined by the French government, to be paid at either place. The principal of the said stock, to be reimbursed at the Treasury of the United States, in annual payments of not less than $3 million each, of which the first payment shall commence 15 years after the date of the exchange of ratifications. This stock shall be transferred to the government of France, or to such person or persons as shall be authorized to receive it in 3 months at most after the exchange of ratifications of this treaty, and after Louisiana shall be taken possession of the name of the government of the United States. It is further agreed that if the French government should be desirous of disposing of the said stock, to receive the capital in Europe at shorter terms, that its measures for that purpose shall be taken so as to favor in the greatest degree possible the credit of the United States, and to raise to the highest price the said stock. Article 3. It is agreed that the dollar of the United States specified in the present convention shall be fixed at 5 francs 3,333/100,000, or 5 livres 8 sous tournois. The present convention shall be ratified in good and due form, and the ratifications shall be exchanged the space of 6 months, to date from this day or sooner if possible. in faith of which the respective plenipotentiaries have signed the above articles both in the French and English languages, declaring nevertheless that the present treaty has been originally agreed on and written in the French language, to which they have hereunto affixed their seals. Done at Paris the 10th of Floreal 11th year of the French Republic the 30th of April 1803. Robert R. Livingston seal, James Monroe seal, Barbé Marbois seal. Convention between the United States of America and the French Republic. The President of the United States of America and the First Consul of the French Republic, in the name of the French people, having by a treaty of this date terminated all difficulties relative to Louisiana, and established on a solid foundation the friendship which unites the two nations, and being desirous in compliance with the second and fifth articles of the Convention of the 8th Vendémiaire 9th year of the French Republic, the 30th of September, 1800, to secure the payment of the sums due by France to the citizens of the United States, have respectively nominated as plenipotentiaries, that is to say the President of the United States of America, by and with the advice and consent of their Senate, Robert R. Livingston, Minister Plenipotentiary, and James Monroe, Minister Plenipotentiary and Envoy Extraordinary of the said States, near the government of the French Republic. And the First Consul, in the name of the French people, the citizen Francis Barbé Marbois, Minister of the Public Treasury, who after having exchanged their full powers have agreed to the following articles. Article 1. The debts due by France to citizens of the United States contracted before the 8th Vendémiaire 9th year of the French Republic, the 30th of September, 1800, shall be paid according to the following regulations, with interest at 6%, to commence from the period when the accounts and vouchers were presented to the French government. Article 2.